Good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILECAST on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name is Akumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines. In the headlines tonight, power struggle among the Muslim leaders in Pakwach district. The Democratic Party clears the air on the NRM-DP cooperation agreement. And prison boss Dr. Biabasaja elevates Frank Baine in latest changes. This and more in the NILECAST News Bulletin. It's Saturday, the 10th of June, 2023, and you're most welcome to the NILECAST on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. On Friday yesterday, a security team in Pakwach district swung into action to settle a dispute among the leaders of a mosque in the Pakwach district. The resident district commissioner has ordered the closure of the mosque as he consults with the appointing authority and the leadership of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Let's have more on that story.
The security team in Pakwach district have forcefully closed Nur Mosque in Pakwach district until the two rival leaders resolved their disagreement. The disagreement between the two rival leaders emerged 7 months ago when the district Qadi for Greater Nebi, Sheikh Abdul Karim, appointed new county Qadi for Junam Upper County, Sheikh Hussein Hamid, to replace Sheikh Abdul Kali Wadrif as his term of office expired in May this year. It is reported that a section of Muslim believers stormed the mosque demanding the former county Qadi, Sheikh Ali Wadrif, to lead the Juma prayers, causing scuffles in the mosque. This prompted the RDC to order for the closure of the mosque until further notice. In an emergency meeting convened in Pakwach Town Council Hall after the closure of the mosque, the RDC Paul Esero cautioned the two rival leaders against inciting violence in the mosque. He assured them that the mosque will be closed as he consults the higher authority of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council.
Who to lead you in the prayer? So I told the DPC that let's allow them pray from wherever they want, then we meet at town council after the prayers. Town council hall. So it also gave me time to now go and supervise the vaccination exercise. So and there is something I want to request from all of us who are here. This meeting is not going to take us to the final conclusion. I need, together with the security team here, to understand and also digest all the documents which have been coming to our office.
I'm so thankful to you. I know
for you,
our people, actually, I call them our people because I'm also in their system. They have a lot of wisdom. And I have seen that wisdom in you also, Mr. RDC. I am an elder. I'm 60-something years, 62 years now. I'm older than most of you, so I think I may be the oldest here. It is true that this kind of thing has never been happening here, at least in Pakwach. In my 62 years, I've never seen it. So I'm just seeing it today. I've been requesting the youth not to behave like that. They should at least have some respect. They should look at it. They should have some wisdom. They should get a leaf from us, because those who have been staying with the elders who introduced Islam here, who constructed the mosque, we have been with them.
Meantime, Sheikh Abdul Karim, the district Qadi Greater District, said the former county Qadi for Junam Upper should step down as he is not substantive leader. He disagrees with the former county Qadi's letter from Uganda Muslim Supreme Council for his reappointment. Karim further appealed to Muslim community to distance themselves from politics and religions. Junam Upper County consists of 12 mosques, Panyimur, Dei, Wankado, Akela, among others. The meeting was adjourned up to Saturday next week as Pakwach Resident District Commissioner seeks guidance from his superiors to solve the disagreement between the two rival leaders and their followers. For Westnile TV, Alfred Jawoko, NILECAST.
And more in our stories for the evening. The Democratic Party National Organizing Secretary Herbert Rutagerwa has cleared the doubts of the DP members on the 2nd July 2022 Democratic Party National Resistance Movement Cooperation Agreement that many members of the party have failed to understand what the agreement entails. Rutagerwa explained this during his nationwide tour to form the DP party structures in the Westnile region. Let's have more on that story.
On the 22nd of July 2022, the Democratic Party signed a cooperation agreement, which its president, General Norbert Mao, led with the National Resistance Movement chairman. Since then, the agreement caused a lot of conversation all over, with few getting to understand the terms of the agreement. Herbert Rutagerwa, the Democratic Party National Organizing Secretary, explains what it means to sign the agreement.
The cooperation agreement, I think, was signed sometime in July last year, and it definitely had a background. Before I was signing the cooperation agreement, we had a national executive committee retreat with our members of parliament, and the main objective of that retreat was to develop a strategic plan for the party. And in so doing, of course, we had to first identify our objective number one. And our objective number one, of course, as a political party, is to acquire state power. So we looked at the circumstances around and questioned ourselves, can we come out outrightly and get state power through an election? There was the second question. How do we as a party have a serious stake and influence in control of state power? There were a number of options open to us. One, you have to engage the party with power if you want to have a stake in power. Also, you have to engage the party with power. And the party with power, of course, is in a realm. So we thought we must engage them to acquire a stake in the control of state power, which I think at the moment we have, because, as you know, we are in charge of the justice and order sector of this country. We are in charge. So meaning we have a stake in the control of state power. We can use now that stake we have acquired in power to prepare ourselves to be the leading opposition party in the country. This cooperation agreement is not open-ended. It was signed in July last year, and it must last the term of this parliamentary term. It doesn't go beyond. It may, in case we go back and talk about it, but it is not open-ended. It must stop or end for now at the end of this parliamentary tenure.
The two parties not only agreed to share political power, but also to foster constitutionalism and the respect of human rights, but also General Mao being appointed as the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs.
Really think for the country like Uganda that has not seen a peaceful transfer of power, it is time for us to negotiate with the ruling government to ensure that there is peace in this country and there is transfer of leadership. That is what we believe in as the women from the Democratic Party. This is a platform. Reconciliation is very critical. Truth-telling is very critical. Sorry saying is very important. If at all want to build a country where we are all in happiness, in harmony. Therefore, as the Women's League, you cannot convince us that we can live in a country where we cannot have dialogue. You cannot convince us that we can be in a country where we cannot talk by the state leaders. Then why are we in this country? And we cannot live in a country where we think that violence is the only way that government can be changed. We can, as DP, part of our values, we are a non-violent party. Some political parties, when they talk about being non-violent, few of you will never believe in them. But for us as in DP, going ahead, engaging government, working out to see people are free, it is our noble goal and it's our value. So
it is yet to be known how General Mao is ensuring compliance from the members of parliament, as they have all distanced themselves from the agreement when it was signed, saying they were not consulted before their leader met with Museveni. Emmanuel Agele, Westnile TV NILECAST.
And more in our stories for the evening. Councillors in Terego District have threatened not to approve the district budget of over 40.9 billion shillings after the district local revenue target stagnates for 3 consecutive financial years despite the council being behind schedule. The district approved her budget 7 days after the deadline of 31st May set by the Ministry of Finance, attributed to the late release of the indicated planning figures, which is likely to affect the district's overall performance. Now the councillors want a detailed explanation on how the local revenue has been managed in the district. Take a look.
Councillors in Terego District have finally approved a budget of over 40.9 billion Ugandan shillings for the financial year 2023-2024 amid resistance following concerns of unanswered queries on local revenue performance for the last 3 consecutive financial years. Deliberating on the implementation of the previous budgets by the district, the councillors believe that a lot of local revenue collected has been swindled by the technocrats who physically handle the collection of the money from the taxpayers, as no clear revenue performance reports were shared with them, yet the technocrats are in the forefront of the collections.
But we also define the system and we have to perform and say, what is the problem is very clear. The record thousands of the back. Local revenues are used as the source. The idea is in the local revenue collections.
Before we approve this budget, we want this local revenue to appear clearly how we receive them according to the work plan. We want to see them clearly and their allocations. We have identified ceremony as one of local revenue, stone quarry as local revenue. Many of them, but they are not indicating. I want to assure that we are going to throw out the budget. We are not going to approve this budget.
Records from the Finance Department of the district indicate that from the financial years of 2021-2022, 2022-2023 and the coming 2023-2024, the district council's projections have remained the same at 380 million Ugandan shillings, beating the understanding of all the councillors in the district. Yet the district has not in any way hit the target 100% in any of the financial years. The ministries of local government and finance have rolled out several interventions to centralize the system of local revenue mobilization and collection in several districts to minimize corruption cases. But the district chairperson Wilfred Saka believes that this is not the definite solution to the problem.
The moment we centralize local revenue generation and collection, that is the death of a district. And we shall keep living.
According to the acting finance secretary, all the councillors will not realize any increase in the emoluments and will continue to receive the 400,000 Ugandan shillings due to low revenue collections.
I will keep my stand of keeping your emolument like that. Come next financial year, 1st July, then the month, you get what you've been getting.
However, the acting Chief Administrative Officer, Mr. Otim Benson Humphrey, attributes the failure to realize an increase in local revenue collections to disunity among stakeholders in revenue mobilization.
I don't want to come before the camera, I accuse my leaders, but we have accepted on local revenue. The year we are performing, we have not done well as an institution. That story, all of us have a share why this revenue has gone down. Technically, politically, we all have a share.
Terego district during the ending financial year realized 74.5% of the local revenue targets, totaling to worth 283 million Ugandan shillings. Frederick Tamadri, Westnile TV, NILECAST.
And to end our NILECAST for the evening, the Commissioner General of Prisons, Dr. Johnson Byabasaija, has in the latest changes elevated Uganda Prison spokesperson Frank Baine to a new position. In the changes announced on Friday, Baine was recently promoted to the rank of Senior Commissioner of Prisons and has now been elevated to become the Deputy Director in charge of Corporate Affairs and Protocol in Uganda Prisons. He previously served as the Commissioner in charge of Corporate Affairs. And with that story, viewer, we've come to the end of the NILECAST on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the NILECAST to the end of the NILECAST, only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.